that ball.
Rambo Radio with your host, Jen T.
Fuck, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, fucking Jen is a warlord.
I'm fucking coming for you!
Now I feel poo coming out of my bum. Yeah, it's a lot right now. Yeah, it's a lot.
What's up, Rambo Radio? I am your host, Jen T. Twitter and Instagram at GenT523, but nobody goes there. Everybody is at YouTube, Jen T TV. Say, hey Joe, give it a go. Jen T TV is where it's at. YouTube, la la wee. Mocha chocolate, yeah. Creole lady mama Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Comment allez-vous? Je suis gentil. Un petit toi. What's the little French things y'all say? Je suis homosexual. Ah oui, kamikaze. Mon avion, mon oncle flew. No wonder French people hate Americans. Listen to how we butcher their language. Mocha chocolate, yeah. Friends, welcome to Rambo Radio. What a whirlwind of just complete insanity since we last have talked. This is, oh man, it's so bad, but we gotta deliver the news as it comes to us, and if it's bad, it's bad. Nothing like a bad podcast to deliver some bad news. Oh man, we're just gonna get right to the business. It's time for Customers of the Week. Man, if I had a dime for every time, I'd have 0 times. Man, this guy kept calling. He must have called. I answered the phone probably 6 times that he called, and I know my coworker talked to him at least 3 times as well. Everything he called was, he had to spell it out. He couldn't pronounce what it was. So it was like the most obscure spelling for the simplest things. He would just call and he would be like, hello, I'm looking for P as in Paul, I as in icy, N as in never, E as in Evelyn, A as in Adam, P as in Paul, P as in Phil, L as in Lee, E as in Evan. Do you guys carry that? He's like, pineapple. Do you carry that? And I was like, pineapple? I was like, yeah, sir, we carry pineapple. Oh my God, you have it? I'll be right there. And I was like, okay, take care. And then like another 20 minutes later, he'll call and he'll be like, do you have C as in cat, E as in Evan, R as in Rick, E as in Evan, A as in apple, L as in lemon. I was like, let me put you on hold, sir. Yeah, so we have cereal. He had to spell every fucking thing out, and he would just ask the one thing, spell it out, and then you give him the answer, and then he'd be like, okay, I'll be right there. I'm like, okay, all right, cereal. Yeah, we have it. We have cereal. Then like another 20, 30 minutes later, he calls. He's like, hello, I'm looking for this product. Do you have it? And I was like, let's see what you're going to spell. He's like, I'm looking for W as in William, H as in Hector, E as in Evan, Y as in Yolanda. Do you have that? I was like, yes, we carry away. And he's like, perfect, I'll be down there. And I was like, I want you to show me the way. This guy, he kept calling and spelling stuff out. And I was like, my guy. Hey, quit clogging up the line. You don't got Google? Google what you're spelling, man. So then after that, he started getting real complicated with the spelling. I was like, okay, let's see. He's like, do you have V as in Victor, A as in Apple, S as in Sam, C as in cat, U as in you, Z as in zebra, Y as in you, M as in Mike, E as in Evan. I was like, Vascuzyme? He goes, yeah, that's it. Do you have it? I was like, nope. He's like, okay, thank you. And then calls back again. He goes, all right. Do you have M as in Matt, E as in Evan, D as a dog, I as in I, Z as in zebra, Y in Yolanda, and M as in Mike? I was like, nope. He's like, what do you mean? You should carry that. And I was like, you don't carry it. He's like, okay, bye. He was almost like giving me easy ones in the beginning just so he could just start throwing the hard balls at the end. I was like, my guy, just what? What are you, pineapple? Cereal? Get the fuck out of here, man. Oh, my days. It's just terrible. Some current events. Man, well, about a week ago, we just fired somebody, which if we fire somebody, I mean, you gotta be the worst of the worst, Jack. Okay, you gotta be just terrible. So last week we fired someone, and I thought, hey, we met our quota for the next year, because we've already fired two. We fired two people this year, so that's like a rarity. Okay, we hit the benchmark. So just when I didn't think it could happen, it happened. We fired somebody else. Whoa. This is a record. 3 people in 1 year. That's insane. 2 people in 1 month. That's crazy. That's right, folks. We fired this girl, and let me tell you, I don't like for nobody to get fired. But this bitch, this bitch, I'm telling you, no matter what was going on, any time of the day, I could just look over in her department and see her just standing there staring into space or talking to somebody or on her phone or walking to the bathroom, not coming back. I mean, just terrible, terrible. I don't know how she managed to last this long. Okay? So, old girl fucked around and found out the hard way. Oh, man. So, I knew something was up when human resources showed up. And, well, that's all I'll say about that. Just strange. I'll say that. Okay, but strange. I always try to be friendly, regardless of whether my job is on the line or not. But, sometimes my friendliness has been taken the wrong way and it has landed me in some hot water. So, I just try to keep it super light. And so I saw her and I saw that she had a steak in her hand. And I said, hey, trying to be friendly. I was like, those are the best steaks. I just bought 2 yesterday. And she just looked at me and went, I was like, oh. That was definitely not the response I was looking for. I was looking for, hey, I know, isn't that great? Or, really? I'll have to try it. One of those two would have been acceptable responses. Instead, I got, those steaks are great. I was like, damn, girl, what the fuck's wrong with you? So I didn't put 2 and 2 together. She had a steak in her hand, and then she walked over with the employee in question, who is just terrible. If you've seen a fucking scarecrow in a cornfield, that's this bitch. She's a descendant of the scarecrow. Just posted up in the cornfield, letting birds poop on her, This chick was just bad. Sweet girl, but what the hell? Terrible. So, human resources takes her to the register and they scan the steak. And this girl is sipping on her little energy drink with her straw like nothing's happening. And then I just see her walk away. And then I didn't say anything, but I just, human resources walked by again with the steak. And I said, man, if you haven't tried those, you got to try it. She goes, I'm not joking. No audible language came out of her mouth. It was she's just smiling. I was like, girl, don't speak English? What's happening? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? So she puts the steak back. And then she and the Scarecrow go upstairs and they talk. And then Scarecrow comes back downstairs, gathers her belongings and leaves. And so the other girls that work in her department are like, man, where's so-and-so? I need to take my break, or I need somebody to chop fruit. What's going on? And then the insanity starts happening. They go, oh, Scarecrow got fired. I was like, what? Oh, I was like, she must have pissed somebody off. So later on, I got the scoop from my coworker who happened to come in the store, who had been fired the week prior. And he gave me the scoop. He don't even work there no more. And he gave me all the details. He was like, girl. So Scarecrow got fired, girl, because she took some steaks. And because so-and-so told her to. I was like, what? I was like, you can't be this dumb. You can't be this dumb. Oh, shit. Oh, but apparently she was. Scarecrow just got caught. Scarecrow got caught up. All she had to do was just stand there. She could have still had her job. Kept doing what she's doing, just standing there, staring at people, being on her phone, talking to other employees, not doing what she's supposed to be doing. She still would have had a job. But no, Scarecrow got the bad idea. She got this crazy idea that I'm going to steal 2 steaks before they go out of code. And when they asked her what the excuse was, she said, this manager told me that I could have the steaks if they look brown. If they're not red anymore, they're brown. They're going bad. And they go, which manager is that? And she goes, the one that doesn't work here anymore. Wait. Wait. Bitch, you took advice from a manager that doesn't even work there anymore? God damn! You stupid! You stupid! God damn it, Scarecrow! What the hell? What in the name of Zeus's butthole are you doing listening to manager's instructions from a manager that isn't a manager there anymore at your job? What? Scarecrow. I mean Monday morning quarterback here, but maybe you might want to ask a manager that is currently employed by your job if you find 2 brown steaks that you need to ask them if it's okay that you take this or that you get it for half price or whatever. Okay, you don't just take 2 steaks. You jackass. So basically, Scarecrow lost her job for $30. This bitch stole 2 steaks and lost her job. That was the exchange. She exchanged her job for 2 steaks. And now, this is the best part. This is going to follow her for the rest of her life, for the rest of her career. You understand this? Because they're going to make little notes in your little packet. And then when they go to hire you for your next job, what you going to do? You going to lie? You going to say you're good? They're going to call. They're going to call your former employer and ask, what happened? And they go, Scarecrow. She thought she just took that's stealing. Oh, you jackass. Oh, man. Oh, that reminds me of a very good song we should sing together. I'm sure this is a very popular song that I'm sure Scarecrow is like sitting at home in her bedroom, just like her eyes are just in the back of her head like, I just stole 2 steaks from my job. Oh, shit. I'm gonna take these 2 brown steaks because a former manager said it's okay. What the heli? What the heliante? What the helion? Oh my God. What the heli was you thinking, Scarecrow? Oh my days. What the hell? What the hell? What the heli? What the heliante? Scarecrow! What the heliante? What the heliberry? Bitch. Oh my days. Why did you do that? Oh, Scarecrow. R.I.P. Scarecrow. You can't beat that. Oh. Scarecrow. Oh, shit. Scarecrow. I'm telling you, if you would come to my work, this bitch looked like Scarecrow. Tall and just frozen, just standing there doing absolutely nothing, okay? She could barely answer the phone, take orders, chop fruit. Definitely wasn't washing no dishes, okay? This girl barely did a job. And she was skating by, I'm telling you, as bad as she was getting by, okay? I mean, just standing there. People complaining about her, not helping out. And they're just like, okay, yeah, hey, can you help out? Like, they gave her time. They gave her chance after chance after chance after chance. And she blew it. She went, well, I'm going to take a break from being a scarecrow. Let me get some steaks. Let me get permission from a manager that doesn't work there anymore. Oh, what in the name of Zeus's butthole were you thinking? So, yeah, old girl. R.I.P. Scarecrow. 2 steaks at $30 cost her fucking job. Wow. Yo. But before I go, can I get your jacket, Scarecrow? I need an extra jacket. Oh, my days. Just terrible. I mean, of all the things, it's not cheap to live in California. I mean, God help her. I hope she's living at home with her parents or her mans or something. Somebody paying the bill, because obviously she can't pay the bills right now. She ain't got no job. I'm just like, you cannot afford to mess up like that. You cannot make that mistake. If you are uncertain, you should always ask. Always ask somebody. I feel like, especially when it comes to job stuff, I feel like you should just run it through the chain. Just ask your direct supervisor, not your former supervisor, your direct supervisor who's currently employed by your work. I think you should ask your direct supervisor, and if they don't know, that supervisor will ask their supervisor, okay? But you will get an answer. And then all she had to do was wait another 2 more days, and they would have given it to her for free. Okay? For free! This bitch fucked herself because she got greedy. Straight up. Just straight up got greedy. Had to have them 2 brown steaks. Girl, if you're gonna steal, at least steal 2 red steaks. Steaks are red, Jack. If they brown, you don't even want to steal that, okay? That's trash. Why are you stealing a brown steak? Come on, Scarecrow. Who taught you? Okay, so unfortunately, not to drop a dime on somebody, but there is another potential someone who is possibly stealing meat as well, and they watching, okay? So I don't know what's going on, but I've been told they are watching this individual, and because he never go through a register. I mean, he get permission, but it's such an obscene amount of food that this individual is walking out of the store with that some red flags are being raised. And I know that they don't want to fire this guy, but they watching him. And I feel like he's on thin ice. He's on thin ice. I'd hate to say that. I'd hate for somebody to lose their job over some meat they're going to throw away, which is crazy. Just give it to employees, okay? Just give it away. You're going to throw it in the trash. Just disperse it evenly. Just give a piece to everyone, okay? It's just that simple. But some people are getting greedy and they're taking it all from themselves, and that's going to cause a problem. That's going to basically go like how we used to do it, which is we just threw everything away and nobody got anything, which is just sad. Sad. I would hate to see food wasted because somebody ruined it for everyone. So I'm praying that this individual that's being watched right now, that I'm hoping that he will maybe communicate a little bit better, or that he will share the wealth, because right now it's looking like he just taking all of it for himself, and it's pissing a lot of people off, and it's bringing a lot of managerial eyes to his way, and I don't want him to lose his job. He's a sweet man, and I don't think whatever's going on is worth what's going on. If it's not legit, just stop. Okay, just stop. Okay, don't take what's not yours. It's really simple, because karma is a motherfucker. I'm telling you, karma is a motherfucker. One way or another, you are going to pay the price. Nobody gets out of this unscathed. If you think you're gonna do some shady shit and think you get away with it, you are wrong. I'm telling you. In the history of karma has the best return policy. You do some dirt behind the scenes, in the shadows, you stealing from your job, or you're sabotaging your coworkers. I feel like karma is going to return the favor when you least expect it, and going to knock you flat on your ass. And so my hope and pray is that whatever's going on with this guy that they watching, I hope that he cleans up his act and does not. I hope he cleans up his act, doesn't get in trouble, doesn't lose his job, and he just resumes working and maybe a little bit less stealing. Allegedly. So Sunday, I coached my first tournament. That's right, folks. Been working super hard with Danny and Colin. Colin is 11 or 12 years old. He is going to be, I'm telling you when I say this with peace and love, he is going to be an incredible jiu-jitsu athlete. At 12 years old, I'm just amazed at all of the things that he could do, and for the time he spends and how hard he works, and the pressure, being a child who is really good at jiu-jitsu, and there's a lot of expectations, and obviously his parents want him to do well. Everybody wants him to do well, but a lot of times when so many people want you to succeed, sometimes that can be a burden, and sometimes I sense that from him. So Sunday, whatever happened, I don't know what, somebody lit a fire under his ass. This kid was moving, and I'm going to be posting some of the videos on YouTube so you can watch it. I'm so proud of this guy, because he and I have been working tirelessly. we will do 10-minute rounds at least 3 to 4 times a week. 10-minute rounds that we will work. He has just improved dramatically, and all it took was just him getting the confidence. That's all he needed, was the confidence. He had the skills, and I told him. So when we went to tournament, it was very loud in there. It's a smaller local tournament, but even though it was a smaller local tournament, I felt like there was twice as many kids there than it was at the last tournament we did, where I think he only had one opponent and he lost. So, and that loss is hard for me to take because I should have been there. But I slept in, and I thought my coach was already there, but he wasn't, so he didn't have anybody coaching him. So I feel terrible that was his first tournament and nobody coaching him. And so this one, I made sure that I pulled out all the stops. I did everything humanly possible, even though it was a shorter notice for my job, to notify them that, hey, I really need this day off. I gotta coach this kid. I really need to be there. And luckily, it just so happened that my work needed to give me an extra day off, so they gave me the day off. I got it, and was just super ecstatic to be there. And he did such a good job. He's kind of shy a little bit, and sometimes he goofs off in class, but he's 12. What are we doing here? He's 12. He's gonna do this, right? But when we got there, I said, hey man, I want you to know something, because you're probably not going to be able to hear me because it's so loud in here. There was a DJ, and then you got 200 people yelling. I said, I need you to understand that you yourself, that you possess the talent to do this. Don't think you don't, because you do. This moment that you're about to participate in is all you need to do is just let it out. Okay? Don't hold back. Just let it out. There's no amount of things that I can say to you that will fix what holes in the game or this, that, and the other. But I said, listen, you already have what it takes to get this done. So just do it. That's all you need to do, is just go out there and do it. Whatever happens, win or lose, that I'm proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself. And so I don't know what happened, but somebody lit a fire under this kid's ass, and he was flying. And I think part of it was because I don't think he realized the intensity of the moment, where there was another 12-year-old child on the other side of him trying to murder him. And all of a sudden, all of the jokey jokes, all of the timidness went away, and he was on it. He almost got submitted, and he came back and he won. And then the second match, he just dominated. So I'm very, very proud of him. And then, of course, I'm also very proud of Danny. Danny had a similar situation that happened to me at my last tournament. They gave his other 2 opponents a bye. So he had to do a match, and he came into his second and third matches already tired, while his 2 opponents were fresh. What kind of bullshit is this? I don't understand. They need to fix this at tournament. Them 2 other people that are fresh, they need to go against each other. And then go against my guy, Because that's not fair. Danny did a match already. So now them other 2 that got passed through because their other 2 opponents didn't show up, put them 2 together and have them go against each other. Then have them go against Danny. So Danny gets a rest, and it's fair. That way everybody's had one match. I don't understand how they do not know how to do this, okay? It grinds my gears. When I say it grinds my gears, it makes me want to go to the judge's table and straight up do the tombstone pile driver to all these motherfuckers through the table, okay? How do you not know how to do this? If 2 people are paired together and their 2 opponents don't show up, put those 2 people together. This isn't hard. It's not fair to my guy, or it's not fair to me when I've already done a match. Danny already did a match. The two people that got pushed through because their opponents didn't show up doesn't mean that, okay, now you two people are going to go against Danny separately, even though he's already had a match and he's tired. That is not fair. That is not fair. So, my sole purpose in this life is to have a gym so I can start my own tournament and make sure this bullshit doesn't happen. Okay, because I'm fucking tired of it. That's already what we did that tournament in April, and it's already happened again here. Another separate company. How does nobody know how to fix this? If two fighters don't show up and there's two left, you don't send them through to the next round. You have them two face each other, and then you have the other person who went go against the two that went. Okay. One of the winners from that. That way, everyone's had a match. That way, it's fair. That way, they're equally gassed out. Poor Danny. He never really got a break. He basically had to do 3 matches back to back while the other 2 opponents were rested. It's just it's bullshit. I'm gonna fucking say it. It's bullshit, okay? I don't know how people do not know how to fix this. If you're a judge, what in the actual fuck are you looking at? Pull out your paper, do the math. If you have 4 opponents, 2 drop out, then have 1 and 2 go against each other, while you have my guy and another guy, they go against each other. And then the winners from that go against each other. The end. Why is that so hard? I don't understand. So, of course, Danny got screwed. And I'm not surprised because I don't know if they don't like our gym, 10th Planet. I don't know what's going on, but they just fucking dug the hole. Dug the hole, and they put my boy Danny in, and they said, okay, climb out. Oh, man, it's just terrible. So, something else I noticed at tournament, and I really want to say the name of this gym, but I'm going to refrain from saying their name. It's not slander because it's true, but I was terribly disappointed because this particular gym, they have a lot of good, they have a lot of younger, I say under 16 kids that are really good. Really good. Okay, we're talking like they can probably go pro. But for some reason, this child that was in Colin's group, which was my student, or my teammate, and this young man, his body language just spoke to me immediately. And here he's about to face my teammate, who I've been coaching, and he's hungry. So he almost lost his last match, and he came back and won. So you already know he's pumped up. He's fired up. He's like, I almost lost that match, but I won. I'm unstoppable, okay? This next kid he goes against, he comes out there just shy and timid. And you know sometimes you can turn it on, right? But I totally sensed his body language, and he did not want to be there. Like me. But you'll do it, right? But this was like, he couldn't even get going. It was like he was like the kid that the uncle, from the 70s, they just throw you in the pool and go swim without floaties or anything. This kid just looked like he was drowning. Like he had just died. He had seen a ghost. He did not want to be there. He was as white as a sheet. And just kind of somewhat shaking. But then when the ref said go, he kind of snapped out of it and, was trying to compete. But then, of course, Colin was no match for Colin. And Colin just steamrolled him. And so the young man's coach probably gave him the worst advice I've ever heard. And I get it. We're in the moment. Things happen. But he was just like, he kept saying, push him off of you. Push him off of you. Just push him off of you. I'm like, what? Meanwhile, me and my coach, We're shouting out techniques. We're like, pass his guard, head and arm choke, arm bar, triangle, get to your knees, get to your side, get to your back, specific things. This Brazilian coach, and that's all I'm going to say, because, apparently it's a thing in Brazil. If you're a man, then you already know what to do. You're the man with the plan. Nobody can tell you shit. You're the boss, okay? This guy's just like, push him off you. That's what he kept saying over and over to this kid. And this kid is just flustered. He is trying to do everything he could possibly do within his being to not lose to my teammate. And of course he loses, and so he starts crying. And that's kind of a theme for anyone under the age of 16 at these tournaments. The kids cry. And, because obviously they don't want to lose, but somebody has to lose. But I don't know where we're going wrong, where we're not teaching these kids, like, it's okay to lose. The point is you got out there. It's okay if you lose. Now you know what to do for next time. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. You're not a bad person. You're not bad at jiu-jitsu. It's okay. It's going to be okay. So many of these kids are crying. And this young man, just hit me the most because he starts crying. And his coach is like, like just being very dismissive. And he come over, little man come over, shake my hand, because that's the thing that you do in tournament is you're supposed to shake the opposing player's hand and the opposing team's coaches. And then the coaches shake hands. And then I notice he sends him over to shake my hand. And I said, hey man, please don't feel bad. You did a good job. Okay? And you'll get it next time. I promise. I don't know you, but I promise you'll get it next time. And then I stand up to go shake the coach's hand, and he turns his back and he walks away. And I'm like, what? I was like, oh, okay, so you're a sore loser. Okay. And I was like, for this gym having this world-class name, whoever's here coaching, and I hope you're not the owner, because you're a jackass. And now it totally makes sense why this kid is struggling here, because you just don't give a shit. So go ahead, walk away. But being who I am, I'm obviously not going to let that slide. So I let him, he turned his back to me and walked away. And so I turned my back and I spun around to the other side, and I met him at the other side of the table. And I said, thank you, shook his hand, literally grabbed his hand and shook it and said, thank you. I was just like, what an asshole. What a complete asshole. And he was just like, yeah, he was very dismissive. And I was like, yeah, just like you did to your student here. Very dismissive. Push him off of you. That's the best advice you got for your student, is push him off of you. Okay. So this kid has a second match, and I'm over there talking to Colin's parents, and we're just talking about how good of a job he did, and win or lose, they're super proud of their son, and all these things. And we're talking, and then me and another student are talking, and we notice that kid that was just crying had another match right away. And I wanted to give his coach the benefit of the doubt, because maybe he had a lot of students there and not everybody was able to coach, because sometimes a lot of matches are happening at the same time and you got multiple students. So you need other students to coach your students while you're coaching somebody else, right? And for whatever reason, he saw that this young man was on the mat, and he came over, and as he started to walk over and he saw that he was losing, he never sat down. He never came over to coach him. He turned right around and walked away. He walked away from his student. Did not offer any advice. He just put his hands up in the air. I'm not joking. Put his hands up in the air, turned his cap around, and turned away. And I'm like, whoa. He's 12 years old. He needs some guidance. Clearly, he's emotional from his last match and the shitty advice you gave him, and he lost. He needs you to show up for him. He needs you to be there. This is his moment. This is this child's moment. He's losing. He's getting his ass whooped. And despite all that, as your coach, you should be there. This motherfucker walked away, put his hands up in the air, turned his hat around like he didn't even fucking know this kid, and walked away. And I was like, ugh, what a bitch. Just horrific. I was like, oh my God, how traumatized must this child feel? Because he's already like lost. It's tournament. Everything's happening at 1,000,000 miles a minute. You're trying to demonstrate the skills that you know. And just by watching him, to me, jiu-jitsu isn't really coming to him naturally, but maybe in time it will. But he's struggling. And so he needs a little assistance. So I just felt compelled to try and coach him, even though he wasn't my student. I was just like, hey, get to your side, do this. I was trying to give him advice, but the other kid he was going against was so good, so fast. And I think emotionally, this kid was just out of it. He had nothing. I really believe this kid possessed the skills to be competitive, but it wasn't there. And it reminded me a lot of me because, you just get stuck in the moment and you're just like, I have the skills, but I'm just shutting down. I'm just shutting down. And so after his match was over, he starts bawling. And there is nobody there. None of his teammates are there. His coach isn't there. His parents aren't there. And I'm like, what in the actual fuck is going on? So I went up to him and I was like, hey man, listen, I said, it's okay for you to feel how you're feeling, but do not doubt yourself, okay? I don't know you, but I know you are good at jiu-jitsu. It might not have showed up in this moment in time, but I said, someday it will. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. But I tell you, seeing him crying and nobody coming to his aid, I was just like, what? What gym is this? Because if that was my child, I would have canceled immediately. I would have thrown that gi in the trash. I promise you, if somebody asked me and says, I live in the Yucaipa, Calamasa, Beaumont, Cherry Valley area, what gym should I train at? I will definitely say not that one. You don't have to train at a 10th Planet, okay? I'm going to tell you, go to any gym but that one, okay? If you're going to treat a child like that, you shouldn't even be in business. That's my opinion. You're a scumbag. I hope to God that wasn't the owner, because if that was, Jesus Christ. And if it wasn't, I really think the owner needs to evaluate who he has coaching the kids there, because he is terrible. Straight up terrible. Just gave up on that kid, never came over to support him. And then the time he was there to support him, it was just push him off of you. Like, what? What kind of advice is that? And I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, okay, I'll tatted up all this Brazilian stuff on him or whatever. I'm like, okay, we get it. You're a black belt. Whoop de fucking whoop. But just because you're a black belt don't mean you can coach. Okay? I was just like, you're terrible, unsportsmanlike, and I hope to God that I don't see you on the mat. And if I can't tap this guy out, I'm gonna find somebody who will, because he deserves to get tapped out multiple times over and over again. And if I could be honest with you, I don't even think that man should have his black belt, because he doesn't understand the spirit of martial arts. Okay. That behavior that was displayed was disgusting. Walked away from his own student and then didn't even bother to come over. And then so after the kid was crying and then I'm talking to him, I'm not even from his gym. I'm a complete stranger. He don't know me. Finally, the dad comes down from the bleacher and go, "Oh, you did good, son. You did good." And then he goes back to his phone and I'm like, okay, so this is just, we're just passing the buck here. Okay. Pay attention to your child. Your child needs you, because clearly his coach does not give a fuck. But it seems like the not give a fuck factor is running rampant here, because immediately he told him a little bit and then went back to being on his phone. So I was just like, man, I wanted to tell him, hey, you know what, little man, just come to our gym, okay? Just come to 10th Planet. We're going to take care of you. Because what the fuck, man? That has never happened. Ever. I've been training there for 5 years. We have never seen somebody who was good or bad and just went, threw the hands up in there, walked away. Or never not shaking somebody's hand after a match, win or lose. It's about respect, honor, and discipline. And I truly believe that coach did not have any respect or honor or discipline. And it showed. And unfortunately, this child had to suffer. And I made sure that I didn't want to watch any other matches with that gym, because I didn't want to see any more kids being hurt because of this coach, this terrible, terrible coach. God, awful. Brother, if you don't like coaching, find somebody else, please. I love coaching. If it were up to me, all I would do is coach. I hate that I got to go stand at my job for 8 hours and do absolutely nothing. I got to listen to people bitch about their problems, or their dick don't work, or this guy keeps calling, spelling out numbers, or we got a guy who just likes to call and talk. He's never shopped at our work. Stuff like that. I'm like, what the fuck? I would love to be coaching someone right now. I love that. That gives me fuel to the fire to understand something that I love and explain it in a way to somebody, to explain it in a way to somebody where they understand it and they fall in love with it too. I hope to God that child does not give up on jiu-jitsu because of that moment, because that could happen. He may not want to ever do jiu-jitsu again because of that. To just be left there in the corner in front of 200 people crying by yourself, nobody there, and then a complete stranger comes up and comforts you. That's terrible. That is just god awful. I felt so bad for that kid. So I'm hoping to God, fingers crossed, I'm hoping to God that they leave that gym or they fire that coach, or that maybe that child can use that moment to fuel him to get better, or like I said, to find another gym. Because if it were me, I would be like, fuck this guy, fuck your gym, fuck you, me and my son, we out of here. He ain't coming back, and we gonna leave you a nasty Yelp review. Whew. So some let's see what else I got here. Okay, so we had Glastonbury this past weekend, and Glastonbury is basically the England's equivalent to Coachella. And so Glastonbury was supposed to have Deftones. Deftones close out Glastonbury on a Sunday. And something happened and they weren't able to make it. And it was looking like Glastonbury was going to be a complete mess. And then fucking Skepta saved the show, man. Oh my God. Listen to this shit. I got to play this shit for you. I love the Deftones, but if I want a close out show, if I want to hear God bless you. What's that fucking Deftone song? It's just like him going, no. You find that? Oh, it's so good. Deftones. Like me and my buddy, we went halves because back in the day, CDs were fucking expensive, especially we didn't work, so whatever little money we'd save up from doing chores, we'd split CD costs, right? And so, we bought one album and we both were like, what the fuck is this? Glastonbury, it's me, Papa Chico from the Deftones. And we gonna close out Glastonbury. But I slipped and fell on a berry and broke my hip. Skepta's gotta close. But before I go, I want you guys to hear my hit song, Minerva. It's I love Deftones, but this was like, brother, hey, brother, brother, What's the song I like? They got a good song. They got, there's like a really popular song. He go, oh my God, where's the fucking thing? You know what kind of music I call this? This is like I call this like heroin music. Like you on smack. This I call it smack rock. You're like loading up the needle, you're tying yourself off, and then you just shoot it in your vein, and you're like. Where's the little here it is. Oh my God. Smack rock, ladies and gentlemen. Not that I do that stuff, but I've seen, from what I've seen, that seems like that's what people do. You know, they get the stuff in the needle and they shoot it in the vein, and then their eyes roll in the back of the head, and they go. What's another badass song they did? This is the one where he just yelled a lot, and it's called "My Own Summer." Shove it. Let me tell you something. The drummer for the Deftones, holy shit, fucking magical. This guy is a goddamn magician. Holy shit. Tight, super tight, what we call a pocket, where he's just like a metronome, you know? No mistakes, just like right on the beat. He can like fill in, stay in time, and then still be on the beat and then go off beat and come back. Okay, here we go. Where's the filler? Shove it, shove it, shove it, yeah! Shove it, shove it, shove it, yeah! Oh my days, man. Fantastic band, Deftones. Let's see what else we got for the Deftones. There's one I like. He says, "Go get your knife, go get your knife, and kiss me." Let's see if I can find that one. Yeah, it's called Knife Party. Go get your knife Go get your knife, go get your knife, and come in. So get your knife, go get your knife, and lay down. Go get your knife, go get your knife, and kiss me. Smack rock, ladies and gentlemen, smack rock. There's another song where I don't even know what he's saying. He's just yelling. And the song is called Korea. And for some reason, I've never been to Korea, but I don't know why, but this song reminds me of Korea. I don't know why, but here we go. Korea. He's just yelling illegibly. Where is it? This is it. Closing out. Whoa, bitch. Yo, niche. Man, that would have been stellar to have Deftones close out Glastonbury, but I highly recommend you check out Deftones if you haven't already, especially White Pony. That's their best album, okay? White Pony over everything. So anyway, Deftones could not make it, and at the last second, last minute replacement, they got Skepta. And Skepta, man, I'd have to say Skepta is a stellar replacement to Deftones. Okay, let me pull up some Skepta if you don't already know. Skepta's my boy right now. Skepta just dropped that hot new track, Victory Lap with Fred again. It's already got 15 million streams in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, bitch. Oh. And then before that, he dropped another hot track called Cops and Robbers. Oh my God. Let me play you some Skepta right now. Let me play you some Skepta. Skepta saved Glastonbury. Skepta saved Glaston. This one's called Victory Lap. Oh, what? Oh, shit. Come on. Where? Oh. 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 Could have been. You're talking to the police. Looking at your body, but they do what they eat. Meaning when the wild dog, killing with the key. Killing with the young and silly behave. Whenever it's a sage and the milk is made. Adina. Fucking Skepta, man. Oh, I'm so mad that I missed the fucking concert. Like the one time. Listen, let me tell you a story about Skepta, okay? At one point, Skepta and Adele were secretly dating, and they rendezvoused at the Ontario Mills Mall, okay? We fucking saw Skepta and Adele hanging out at Ontario Mills Mall. Do you have any idea what the fuck that is? That's massive, okay? Adele, the greatest singer of all time. One of the greatest singers of all time. And one of the greatest rappers of all time. Brother Skepta and Adele. Right before she got with her new mans, she was at Ontario Mills Mall. And they was not supposed to be together. It was a secret. And they rendezvoused at the mall there. And we seen them. Seen them. Let's see what other banging Skepta track I got for you. Oh, I fucking love Georgia Smith, man. She's like the best, like lo-fi R&B-ish. If you want to put on some jams, you want to just settle down for the night, you want to get close to your lady or your mans or whatever, because it's like the last day of Pride or something, you put on some Georgia Smith, you're going to get it on. I love her. Ooh, love me some Georgia Smith. What else we got? Little Things. Ooh, my man's is on the bongos back there. Yes. Please, go listen to Georgia Smith. If you don't know who she is, oh my gosh, what's wrong with you? Where's fucking Skepta, bro? Man, there's like 1,000 posts for Olivia Rodrigo. Ooh, here's another banger from Georgia Smith. Yes. God bless Georgia Smith. Ooh, Busta Rhymes at Glasgow.
I don't know what you're used to, but we're going to show you something different.
Busta Rhymes is the man.
A moment more appropriate than this right here at this very given moment. To show you how to keep the dice rolling when you're doing that thing over there, homie.
Hey.
We be on and we on up in the race. You know we gotta go and try to keep up with the pace. We struggle and hustle and set it and get it. You know we gotta do it, take it to another place. And I gotta go all through the shit. It's the beat on the top of the throne.
How can you still be that old and still do the exact rap?
Glastonbury, you can make more noise than that!
I can't even rap that part.
Glastonbury, I don't know what you saw, but when it come to us, everything, all the energy you might get from our videos, you could get live on stage. That right there wasn't computer controlled. That was Busta Rhymes, lyrical giant, the Dragon!
Ooh, shit. Busta Rhymes still got it, man. Ooh, Skepta performs Cops and Robbers.
This one for the OGs and the juvies who start bringing the vibe, it's yours truly. And if you don't like me, then sue me. Catch me, it ain't wise, okay. I don't know what I told you, but I ain't the one. And I'm killing my prime, okay. And I don't sit around to the left on the screen. Glastonbury, I can't hear you.
Yeah. DJ, play one for the bad one. Ooh, shut down, Glasto.
Special weekend down. Went to the show, sitting in the front row in a black tracksuit and it's shut down. I touched the road and it's shut down. Boy, better know it's shut down. Yeah. Big time in the van, try side me. No time. You say both when I run up on the stage, I'm a pick on the mic and it's reloads. Don't know your songs, but they know mine. That's why I got gigs just like Joe Grind. After the show, I'll be rolling. Don't care about the no smoking sign. They tried to steal my vision. This ain't this my religion. God knows I don't wanna go prison. Why for man once? I saw, I came, I saw, I praised the Lord and break the law. I take what's mine and take some more. It rains, it pours, it rains, it pours. Yeah. I sold the pack, the loose, the hard. I listen to ants, I beat the bars, the snakes, the rats, the cats and the dogs. The game is a trap. Protect your heart. I'm waiting in line. Return, refine.
What I love about Skepta is that he's so versatile. Like I said, he's been doing the rap thing for a long time, and then he just kind of reached a point where he was just like, okay, I'm going to try something else. Now I'm going to be a house DJ. And so for the last, what was the last album he dropped? 2019 was the last rap album that he dropped. And then he's been doing a lot of house, like just random house tracks and just popping up at random clubs and DJing. And I think that's really cool. And so I'm bummed that I didn't get to catch his show, but I'm hoping that when I'm in England, maybe I could catch Skepta's show. I'm hoping to God I can catch Skepta in England. That'd be so fucking dope. Oh my God. But yeah, check out Skepta if you like rap. If you like house music, you can probably check out his house stuff too. And then, of course, like I said, he just dropped a track 2 weeks ago, and it's him rapping, and he's already got 15 million downloads. So, Skepta's a man. Jesus. 10.4 million monthly listeners. 10.4 million people listen to him a month. It's fucking crazy. Let's see. You have any information on Skepta here? Nope. I hate when Spotify don't give you no blurbs. That's why I like clicking on the bio. I want to know who the hell this person is. Fucking jackass. Stupid Spotify. All right, folks. I'm going to turn this bitch off. It's hella late. It's hot. I'm going to try and get me some rest. I feel like for the last 2 weeks, I've been on London time. I don't know what's going on, but I'm sleepy during the daytime here, and I'm wide awake at night. And that's basically daytime in London. So I don't know. My body is psychologically preparing myself for London time. I usually record this podcast on London time, but now it seems like it's every night I'm on London time. So maybe it'll be that much easier. All right, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Like, share, and subscribe if you can. Obviously, the major push is Gen T TV. I'm after that plaque. I'm after that YouTube championship. I want to be a YouTube champion. So if you want to support my journey to do that, it's free. You just like, share, and subscribe. Gen T TV. If you want to support the podcast, that's free also. Rambo Per Radio. RamboPerRadio.com if you would like to donate and buy something from my shop. That would be greatly appreciated as well. I hope that y'all have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you next week. But until next time, this is Rambo Per Radio. I'm out. Peace.